కూడా లైసెన్స్ ఇవ్వడం లేదు ఈ రాష్ట్రంలో ఈ దేశం.
He is on the threshold of fundamental change. You will see in the next few years more change than you imagine is possible. Circumstances are now conspiring in such a manner that we are rising in revolt. In office cannot any longer sustain their power and position without bringing about change. They will vacillate, they will obfuscate, they will lie to us, they will pretend, they will cheat. They're good at all these things, but eventually they will have to bring about the change because otherwise they will not survive in office. They will change the country not because they love us, but because they love themselves. But because they want change in order to survive. Make no mistake about it. There are some others who will say, but we're all corrupt. There are not many among us who did not pay bribes. How many of you directly or indirectly had to pay a small bakshish or a bribe to get something done, a birth certificate, to a ration card, to an income certificate? How many of you? So there is this sense of oppression. There is this feeling of guilt that we are all scoundrels, the scum of humanity. In fact, this is the most powerful force acting against collective action. A belief that we have somehow compromised ourselves. If you paid a bribe because you were a victim of extortion, it's too bad. But don't have too many moral qualms about it. Don't think of yourselves as a scoundrel. It's a ridiculous way of looking at the world. Even Mahatma Gandhi did not launch a satyagraha for a birth certificate of his daughter. Please remember. Because his sense of humanity, his izzat was so insulted that though he had a first-class ticket, he was thrown out of the coach, baggage. He felt outraged. That made him a Mahatma, not a birth certificate. If the Mahatma was made to go to the municipal office 20 times to get a birth certificate, and if the choice was to pay a bribe of 5 rupees to get a birth certificate, after wait for the birth certificate for 3 months, probably most people would have chosen to pay a bribe. I'm not condoning that conduct. I'm saying there are compulsions. We are all victims of extortion. Do not confuse this with being a part of corruption. Do not confuse this with being immoral personally and paralyze yourselves to inaction. It is like blaming a beautiful girl who is walking on the streets of Mumbai for being molested. She is a victim of molestation. She deserves justice. She paid the price. She is not the guilty party. You and I are victims of corruption, of extortion on a daily basis in 100 transactions in dealing with the government, from the national level to the local level. You cannot fight it alone. You can fight it only collectively through informed assertion. Individually, if you fight, the price you pay for fighting corruption is much greater than the benefit that accrues to you. Stable equilibrium. How hard it is for an individual in the system, a citizen, an employee of government who is otherwise corrupt and clean, an officer, or even a minister, how tough it is to maintain integrity and to get things done. You become a victim of circumstances. Don't agonize over it too much. A bribe giver is a thoroughgoing rascal in a different situation, that is collusive corruption. When the bribe giver and the bribe taker together fleece the society, and the 2G spectrum is a classic example of that. Both together fleece the society. That is where the fellow is a rascal, is guilty. So I've been fighting for such things over the years. That's what Administrative Reforms Commission has advocated. That's what I have done in Andhra Pradesh, placed it before the assembly on the first day of the assembly after I was elected to office. We all want a better India. We all want to see change within the next few years in our country. It does not matter where you live. You may take an Indian out of India, but you cannot take India out of an Indian. So please come, participate in the New Dandi March 2nd.
India is a nation that has a long tradition of values, good values that make this country proud. In today's India, in the last 64 years of independence, the people of India have been expecting and yearning for a democracy that will provide them the fundamental rights on time without any extra fee, that is now called bribe. It's high time that all Indians, regardless of state, language and culture, stand up to the evils of corruption and say enough is enough.
లో ఎన్ఆర్ఐస్ కలిసి ఒక వాక్
ప్రధాని మన్మోహన్ సింగ్ స్పందించకపోవడం దారుణమన్నారు. 2G స్పెక్ట్రమ్ లైసెన్సులు రద్దు చేయాలంటూ సుప్రీంకోర్టును కోరేందుకు దేశవ్యాప్తంగా ఉద్యమిస్తామంటున్న జేపీతో మా రిపోర్టర్ పరిపూర్ణాచారి ఫేస్ టు ఫేస్.
ఈవేళ జరిగిన దోపిడీకి ప్రతిఘటన ప్రజల నుంచి, యువత నుంచి
रतन जी आए हुए हैं, यहाँ पर हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं, जो कि राम लखन मिश्रा जी आए हुए हैं, जो कि बिहार से खास
spotted the Shabana Azmi, Urmila Matondkar and Pooja Bhatt in Mumbai recently.
తమిళ సూపర్ స్టార్ రజనీ అన్నాకి మద్దతు. అతిలోక సుందరి శ్రీదేవి కూడా అన్నాకి సపోర్ట్. విజయవాడ కూడా అన్నా ఉద్యమంలోనే. గజనీ సూర్య అన్నా బాటలోనే. వాళ్ళు వీళ్ళు అని కాదు, సినిమా తారలంతా
along with Srimati Aruna Rai Bill, along with the ideas in the paper that Dr. Jayaprakash Narayan has submitted, all ideas should be discussed, debated, so that we have the bill which is the best possible.